What is a fact that you learned in grade school that has been disproven? When I was a little, I was taught about the Brontosaurus, mighty long-necked plant eater of the dinosaurs. Later, I was taught that, whoops, they accidentally stuck some random bones together and there was never any such animal. Later still, I recall hearing that, oh, actually, there was a Brontosaurus after all. Or was there? To this day, I am still, as a 42-year-old man, unclear on whether or not there was ever such a thing as a Brontosaurus. Regardless of the source, anything on the internet was considered to not be a valid reference.
We were taught that Rosa Parks didn't get up from her seat because she just got tired one day, that the entire action was the spontaneous action of a lone woman. In fact, the entire thing was scripted and choreographed. While Parks was a seamstress, she was also the secretary to the president of the local NAACP chapter. She was recreating the protest done by Claudette Colvin. The NAACP wanted Parks to recreate it because Colvin was very dark-complected, and a single mother. The NAACP thought Parks, who was lighter-skinned, would appeal to white audiences seeing this on TV.
Tongue maps.
Gum doesn't sit in your system for 7 years.
The taste bud zones thing.
Where did we end up on You Can See the Great Wall from Space? Because at different points that was both true and definitely disproven in various textbooks I had. In the early 80s we were told that we would soon use the metric system in the US. Still waiting. Back in my day, Pluto was still a planet. I was taught that in college you will spend all of your study time in the library reading and researching using books and reference catalogs. The internet was evil and full of lies and not a valid resource for academic research.
That we won't be walking around with a calculator in our pockets.
That carrots make your eyesight better. This was in the early 90s.
Humans are the only animals that use tools.
Pluto was a planet also that random people would give me free drugs.
Blood is blue in your veins and only turns red when you bleed BC of oxygen.
When I was in junior high in the mid-80s, our earth science textbooks had continental drift, and our teacher said, "Okay, so I need you to ignore all of Chapter 4, or whatever it was." Plate tectonics has been the accepted theory taught in colleges for 10 years now, but K-8 textbooks haven't caught up yet. I feel like the version of plate tectonics I learned was a tiny bit garbled compared to what kids learn 10 years later, but my teacher was directly pulling from college texts and published scientific papers and distilling it down for 6th graders, so more power to her.
The food pyramid.
That as a kid, strangers were going to constantly offer you drugs. Thank you, DARE program.